topics I put down. You want to just jump into that?
Sure, yeah.
So Peter's gonna die, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm so sad. He's gonna be dead forever.
Yeah, he'll never come back.
Here's the thing. Okay. Do you remember when it was first announced we were getting Spider Bite?
Right.
And everybody was like, that's so stupid! What the fuck?
Including me.
Including you, including me.
I dropped the book because of it.
Yeah, it was dumb of you to drop the book because of it.
I had to hunt down that issue because my local comic book store ran out so fast.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it's a good fucking issue.
Yeah, it is a good issue.
But,
Continue.
But, so, it's... Okay. I was gonna... Firstly, if he does die, he's not staying dead.
No.
He's not fucking staying. That's how fucking comics work. That's how comics fucking work. But, secondly, he's not dying in the spin-off book.
No.
This is just... I love this series, too. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening.
Yeah. It's anything significant that happens to Peter Parker
it's gonna
be
amazing. He's gonna get married in Amazing. He's gonna die in Amazing. He's gonna fucking have kids in Amazing. You know, the biggest thing that could happen in Friendly Neighborhood happened with the MA stuff. Yeah. So he's not fucking dying. Don't even worry about it. Mm-hmm. I'll bet you what's gonna happen is the cover's gonna have him die on it, and it's gonna be a bait and switch, just like the Spider Bite thing.
Have you actually seen the cover?
No, I have not. I just saw headlines.
It's MJ wearing the Spider-Man costume. And it's her wearing it, and then she is like putting the mask down, so you clearly see her face from her eyes to her chin. Yeah. So it's and that apparently that is the cover.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool cover. Yeah. It is. It's great. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think you know what I think it's gonna be. Realistically, put your tinfoil hats on real quick, everybody. I think Peter Parker is just gonna be so drowned in grief based on what's happening without May. Yeah. That he is not going to have the will to be Spider-Man for a little bit for in the context of that issue, and maybe MJ does something to inspire him, even though that'd be kind of foolish. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I trust Tom Taylor for sure. He's I can't even think of a time the only time he's written something that I haven't been a fan of was his Wolverine. What was that fucking thing they were doing where they would have the old characters and the new characters? Generations. Yeah, I didn't care for that issue of Wolverine. Yeah, it was okay. It looked good, but the writing it wasn't even bad. It was just fine. Yeah. So the fact that his worst thing that I've read of him has been fine, pretty good fucking, I trust him quite a bit. I haven't been reading Deceased yet. I want to wait till that's all out and then I'll read it all. But I've heard that's very good. It is good, actually. Yeah. I keep trying to drop it, but I can't because there's so many good moments with characters he gets really every character he writes. Yeah. He's so cool. And on Twitter he's fucking rad. But Peter's not dying. Yeah. There's no way. The worst thing that might happen is we'll get a Kraven's Last Hunt thing where he's in a grave for a while. Yeah, because, I mean, look at it like this, guys. Realistically, Nick Spencer is the one coming up with this huge plan for Spider-Man. Yeah. Clearly, he has more in line for Spider-Man than just this Carnage event that's going on right now. Yeah. And so, knowing that there's so many plans, there's no way in hell Spider-Man's gonna die. Exactly. So. Yeah. Want to talk about Carnage now? We can talk about Carnage now. All right. What are your thoughts? I really liked it. I thought it was really good. It's expensive. It is very expensive. And I looked at the list of the books. Holy fucking shit, that's a lot of books. Yeah. No, holy shit, that's a lot. It's the next War of the Realms. It really is. Yeah. When you go to your local comic book store and you check out what their current books that came out in the last 2 months or so, you will literally see an entire row dedicated to War of the Realms tie-ins. Yeah. Like freaking Agents of Atlas, here's the Spider-Man League, here's the freaking Punisher League, here's the Wolverine League, here's the dang, dude. Yeah, and I thought Metal was bad. Metal had 3 series. The main series, the spin-off stuff, and then the team. That's stuff. Why I defended Metal, because it's just you felt like with each book of Metal, there was at least some love. I think the least amount of love went towards the Justice League tie-in stuff. Yeah. That one definitely felt tagged on. But with freaking these have definitely I thought Metal was bad just because it's I don't like picking up multiple series in general. Yeah, it's tough. It's just tough for me. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with. Yeah, it's hard to realize what order it goes in. And then the fact that War of the Realms, I didn't even it's so big that I didn't know it happened. It was so big. I was just so fucking overwhelmed with it. That is kind of because this is Carnage and because it's the side of Marvel that I like. I think I will obviously keep reading it. I will pick up some of the tie-in stuff. Yeah. I don't think they expect you to read everything. There's no way. There's no way they could. Because that was 30 books. The only ones that I think would be essential to your Spider-Man or to your Carnage event, personally,
I think number one, obviously, the Carnage.
I think all the main series, Absolute Carnage, those 4.
Yeah, absolutely, it'd be the Carnage ones.
Yeah.
I think the second most important is Venom.
Yeah.
Because Venom as a series has been leading into this.
And also he's the main character.
Right, he's the main character.
Yeah, and then I would say the Amazing Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man.
Because he's also he's the second main character.
Just maybe Miles, depending on what...
Yeah, it depends, yeah. Because it's like, I was talking to do this on the way here, like, did he... I don't think he's gotten the Codex. I don't see how he ties into this.
I don't know if he ever actually got it in the Ultimate Universe.
I don't think he did.
I don't know that.
I don't believe he did.
What I think... This is what I heard on a YouTube
because I've
video.
never seen a picture of him with the
in
black
a suit. Yeah. You know what I think is interesting? And I heard this in a YouTube video. This could be the debut of Miles wearing a symbiote.
That could be. That'd be cool.
That would be really
It'd be really
cool.
nice for the game when that comes out.
Yeah.
Because more fucking suits for Miles.
Yeah, give us some suits, dude.
Oh, we got 4? Okay, give me 5.
Yeah. But I think that would be really great.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I think that there's definitely some potential there because apparently Miles was a big part of the first arc of Venom.
Oh, okay.
He was like in the 2nd or 3rd issue or whatever. I'm trying to track down those single issues.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I mean, I think anything by Donny Cates now is just gone, right?
Yeah, I think the easier ones might be like Guardians of the Galaxy. And maybe Silver Surfer, but that depends because Silver Surfer apparently might blow up. But yeah, so far honestly, I'm loving it.
I really like it.
It's so atmospheric.
Yeah, and my favorite fucking thing about it, we finally have a good Spider-Man Venom team up.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we're still enemies, but we're gonna compromise for now. They fucking met and they're like, hey, we kind of disagree, but at the end of the day, we are still allies here. You know, I'm not gonna kill you when it's done. We're gonna go. So it feels like actual growth for both characters. It's really great.
And I mentioned this last time when I vaguely brought up at issue 16 of Venom. What Donny Cates has done to the character Eddie Brock has absolutely won me over 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like being completely honest, sorry guys, you can hate me if you want. I never cared about the Eddie Brock character when it wasn't directly connected to Spider-Man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If he wasn't Spider-Man's villain, I didn't give a shit. I didn't want to read his comics. I didn't want to do any extra research. I didn't give a crap about Eddie Brock. All he was to me was this 40-year-old man who was pissed off at a 20-year-old for quote-unquote ruining his life. Yeah. And he was dark, edgy. He was basically Marvel's Spawn.
Yeah.
And I just didn't ever care for that.
That's fair.
You know?
I'm not the same. I was sort of similar boat. I would never read a solo Venom stuff, but I did always kind of respect the character of like, this was a guy who was so tortured and he's trying to grow past that. I like that.
Yeah.
But I do understand how like there's
seemed like a 90s comic.
It did.
In all the worst aspects. Where Donny Cates is more like, no, let me show you why I liked the 90s stuff. And he's actually, you know, bringing some depth to the character.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Eddie having a son and just having this absolutely horrible relationship.
Yes.
I read like this one-off issue wwhere he revisited his parents' house and his parents want nothing to do with him. You know, Eddie Brock is a loser. And he's not a loser because he's just some edgy asshole. Mm-hmm. You know, he's an alcoholic who's trying to admit he has a problem. Yeah. And, you know, when you just break that down and then, you know, you put him alongside to someone like Spider-Man, you can see how those sines where they're in the coffee shop would take place and why they would take place like that. And so overall it's just fantastic.
It's great. It's cool to see Norman back.
Yeah.
I missed him. It's strange that he's gone full Cletus Insane though.
Yeah, you know, I think it was definitely interesting because like when you think about like Nick Spencer and what he's been doing with the Amazing Run, you realize that, you know, Nick Spencer's been kind of, in a sense, fixing the Spider-Man universe. Obviously, he hasn't touched anything that has to do with Norman Osborn. Yeah. Nor should he, because that's where Dan Slott ended it. Yeah, so there should be some breathing room.
It's a little too soon, yeah.
Right. But I think what's great is, I think Nick Spencer was just kind of like, Nick Spencer and Donny Cates must have had a conversation like, okay,
hey, what do
he
we
had
want
the
to do with
symbiote,
this?
so he's in your territory.
Yeah.
Do you, like, I bet like, at the end of this run, Norman will be back.
Yeah.
And because
or he might be Red Goblin again. I wouldn't. Here's what I would not hate is if Norman becomes Red Goblin for a while and then they bring back Harry and Harry's Green Goblin, or bring back somebody else to be Green Goblin. You know?
Yeah,
I would because we got that Red Goblin solo book coming out. Mm-hmm. You know, I wouldn't be super opposed to that because we didn't get very much Red Goblin.
Right.
Because it's a super cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
It's a very cool idea.
And it already has an action figure.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet. It's like to the point where like he would be like Red Goblin would be rad in the next Spider-Man game. Yeah. That'd be a perfect thing. That'd be super fucking rad.
I think personally what's probably going to happen is, like, this series is probably going to fix Norman to the point where, like, he will still have his symbiote.
But he's more sane. He's not Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's Cletus. And then later Nick Spencer will grab him and use him in something. You know what I mean? He's just letting Donny Cates do his thing because, you know, right now he's under, you know, symbiote.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. But I think that the way they used him was really, really good. Mm-hmm. I think, like, the overarching plot of, like, Carnage going after every symbiote owner that's fucking sweet. Because, like, a lot of people have this fucking symbiote.
The way the story is unfolding, I love how, like, you just have these horrifying shots of just, like, oh, here's, like, every single victim and body that Cletus has gone through, and he piled them up here in the middle of this desert, you know, for people to find, for Eddie to find. Yeah. And, yeah, you know, it's just kind of like House of X, where it's just, like, they're taking continuity, things that happened in the past, and they're building off of it.
Yeah, and they're turning it into its own,
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like, this is the natural progression of what was going to happen. Yeah. You know? So, yeah, overall, I'm really excited.
Just the only thing that concerns me is the requirement for some of the tie-ins. Yeah. Like, how necessary is the Venom stuff going to be? Because, I mean, I probably won't pick up the Venom tie-in stuff. Right. Just because it's just like, that's another book to pick up. You know, I'm already paying $8 for this fucking...
I hope, honestly, I was thinking about this. I really hope it's just the first issue that was $8.
I don't think it will be. Because there's only 4 of them. Mm-hmm. So but I think you're right. I think it's $8 because it's basically 2 books. Yeah. It's a really thick book.
If it it's
a monthly thing, right?
Maybe.
It's monthly, I believe. Oh, no, the next week's number 2, so that'll determine it.
Actually, next week is Scream. Maybe it's a tie-in.
Okay. So that list wasn't in order then. Okay.
I guess so.
That sucks.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's because it's so fucking big. It's so Yeah. So, but I'm just hoping that I'm not gonna need to read, and I'm not gonna need to know everything that happens in the Miles tie-in. Mm-hmm. You know, especially because Miles hasn't had the symbiote yet. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see how it all plays out. I'm definitely the tie-ins I'm gonna get are Venom, Amazing, and then Miles. Yeah. Those are the 3 that I care about. I don't care about, you know, any of the other ones.
Yeah, I don't even know all of them. Yeah, there's a ton of them.
I'm excited to read about the Venom spawns, but only in the Venom book or in the Carnage book. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's all I need.
Yeah, and it's like, if I end up loving this event, you know, and I love the Amazing tie-in, I'll pick up the Venom stuff then. And I'll pick up the Miles stuff if it turns out to be really fantastic, you know. But if it turns out to be something like honestly
a tie-in for the sake of tie-in, you know, a $3.99 charge for the sake of, you know, extra money.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And it's like Metal did it decently with the mainline book and then the spin-off book and then the individual Dark Knights books. Yeah, those Dark Knights books are not super necessary, and I kind of regret getting some of them just because it was like $5 for, you know, a book that I have no personal connection to. Like some of them just weren't my thing. Right. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but if I end up loving it, I'll keep getting it. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But I really liked it. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, it was a fantastic book.
Really, really good. If you have any interest in symbiote stuff, I had no fucking... Oh, if you're concerned about, like, jumping into this, I hadn't fucking read anything by Donny Cates ever in my life. I had never read any symbiote stuff, any Venom stuff, ever. I'd only been reading the Spider-Man books. And you can hop right into this. Number one, it fills you in pretty well from the. I mean, obviously, like it might help you out to do a little bit of homework. You know, find out maybe who Null is and what the Codex is. But for the most part, they explain it in a way that they explain all you need to know. So,
did you know that Null, I think, technically wasn't created by Donny Cates?
I know you told me this. Wasn't he?
He was actually... His first debut was in a Jason Aaron Thor book.
Yeah.
But it was a subtle mention. But it's still his first appearance.
Yeah, and then it was Donny Cates who turned him into the symbiote.
Donny Cates was just like, no, let me do something with this. Yeah. You know, which I think that's kind of the best way to have a shared universe. Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, take ideas that just weren't used and do something with them. But...